for this one is going to be a banger.
And the game is about to start. Fabiano, by the way, is climbing back to that world number 2 spot, or getting closer and closer. He started the tournament on world number 5, and now he's already world number 3 on the live rating list. Both of them are taking a sip of water. Feels like they are coming from that horse riding. They are just here, taking a seat, needing a bit of water because they are still sweating from the cowboy challenge.
Fishy, what do you expect? E5 or C5? Or maybe something else?
It's almost like the match, isn't it? I mean, if they play C5, okay, he's gone E5 this time. He's been reasonably successful with E5 in all the rapid and blitz events. So,
yeah, now
no,
another,
knight C6, okay.
another big question rises. Bishop C4 or Bishop B5? Bishop B5. Okay.
One square longer.
Yes. Now we're having... We're going to have some really significant theoretical battles.
I think A6, unless he's got the bug, to do some Bishop C5 like Arjun, or
maybe the Berlin.
Yenish, many deviations.
Let's tell our viewers about what are these names. I feel like sometimes when people hear these names, it feels like we are talking a different language. So what are these names, and what is it, what we see on the board, Christian?
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, right now, we did have the move A6. This is sort of going to the Ruy Lopez, the Spanish, and of course, Black still has a lot of ways in which he can develop the pieces. Now, the names, they all belong to different openings, and the ones that Vichy was mentioning with F5, that would have been the Yanish. That's a very aggressive way. It's just the way we categorize openings in chess, and it's our own language almost. It's the language of chess. Whenever you discuss chess with your friends, and whenever you discuss, let's say, a game that you've played with your friends, you're generally going to discuss moves, Bishop B5, Bishop to A4, that's the notation that we're using, and opening names as well. Hey, what did you play this morning? Oh, I played the Ruy Lopez, or I played the Spanish, things of that nature. And now that we have the board as well, I can sort of exemplify those type of things. What Vichy was mentioning with the Yanish would have been F5, which is somewhat of a funny reaction, and it was considered a very bad reaction for a very long time. But nowadays, with the engines and the emergence of the neural networks, F5 seems to be quite playable as well. It's a very dangerous affair, and this is sort of what you were alluding to. Is Magnus in the mood to play this type of positions, right? It seems like he's not in the mood to do that. He wants to keep it a little bit more professional, if you want to say it that way. And now we have Castle. Anna, tell me about this Castle. What is this magical move?
We gotta explain that move, and we also gotta explain why there's no players on the camera, because it is unusual. Usually you see at least one player sitting. The time control is 2 hours, so they have 2 hours to do
somewhat unrealistic.
So bishop c6,
Bishop to c6,
knight to g8,
knight g8.
king to e5,
I take this pawn.
maybe bishop d5 or something, and then try to go to the queen side.
Yes, still a pawn up, but it does seem like black has gotten a bit too active right now for white to be able to create any separation.
So sometimes material is compensated with activity, right?
Yes,
Mostly
Yes.
in the end games also.
yes, very much so, in fact. Very much so.
What a mischance by Fabiano, but he's also very short on time, so we can't really blame him for not seeing a calculation that required some precision.
Can we break it down again? It was so complex. I couldn't
Yes.
follow the lines.
Since Magnus is already still thinking, sorry, he played g5 here. What I do is bring my king to the center, but not because I want to invade with the king, but because I want to support my knight coming back. And once you take the pawn on h3, this bishop gets shoved away from everything else.
Because the g4 pawn is important to keep it because it's stopping the two pawns in the like h and g, right?
Precisely, precisely. Magnus is just about to make a move, bishop to c8 and knight to g8.
Wow, he took on h6. I thought he would play king g3 first.
And
Yes,
this
he's
is in
allowing
fact
the black king to get even more active.
Seems like king f4 is actually the wrong direction. What you want to
Want to go
do
to king d4
go
anyway?
back to f6, which is very
He
unusual.
played bishop to e6, trying
Now
to
I can
restrict
go
the knight.
king g3 and h4, right?
Yes.
But you feel that black... king g3, maybe I can play king e4.
It's going to be a race.
I play king e4 now.
I go h4.
I take and I go for the pawns, king d3.
Yeah.
And this g5 is probably... Oh, because you're playing knight f7 and bring the king up and queen the... Oh my god, okay.
This is-
So we're not going to queen the pawn. We're going to, kick that around and put a knight there and...
No, but this is still okay for black. You're right.
How?
You are right in time, and you have to know that this
Oh my
this is a
god.
draw.
Wow.
This is
What?
a draw. Yes, good luck finding that. Let's go back to the game.
There is a queen in the board and the bar doesn't move. It's like 0, 0, 0.
Fabi killed it.
Fabi played knight f5.
Oh.
Fabi played knight f5, and they did enter in this endgame. This is just going to be a draw now. That's it.
Well, that means more chess. We are not disappointed. In case of a draw, the two will be back to play it out in Armageddon. Gukesh in the reigning world champion is winning against
my God.
China's number